Asking you, are the current BBI rallies uniting or dividing Kenyans? At KTN News KE, at Zeda Brenda, beginning with the hashtag KTN News Center. Let's begin that conversation on a social media platform. Now, the ongoing BBI rallies seem to be leaving behind a lot to be desired. Now, those opposed to the initiative accuse its proponents of using it to vilify those opposed to it. Kericho Governor Paul Chepkwony and Nakuru, Deputy Governor Eric Korir are the latest to voice their concerns on the issue. Let's now speak to our reporter, Alan Ochende. Alan Ochende, good morning. So, Rift Valley region, specifically Narok County, on a Saturday, had a BBI rally, a lot of dissenting, opinions about the BBI, whether it's uniting or dividing, and you really covered that in an in-depth way that we could only understand, including for our viewers. Talk to us about the mood on the ground on Saturday, because those are a lot of divided opinion about the BBI campaign rallies.
Well, Brenda, good morning to you. Yes, indeed, on Saturday we pitched tent in Narok County, Narok Stadium, that later on this same day was changed its name to William Ole Ntimama Stadium. And so remember that it hosted the BBI caravan led by Raila Odinga, the ODM party leader, County Secretary General Francis Atwoli, and other key leaders who are just proponents of the BBI initiative. And remember that after the rally, those who are not really, who are of dissenting voices raised concerns as to how those sentiments just affect locals. Remember that the Maa community leaders, led by the Senator of Narok Ledama Ole Kina, Narok North Member of Parliament Mwitalel Ole Kenta, and also some other members of parliament who are generally from the Maa community, just raised concerns that the Maa community land has been encroached on by whom they term as foreigners, and also just raising concerns that some of the political seats have been taken away by people who are not primarily from the Maa community. And so they were saying that their sovereignty, their birthright, has already been taken away. Issues or rather statements that have really irked some leaders, especially the governor of Kericho County, Paul Chepkwony, and the Deputy Governor of Nakuru County, Eric Korir, who have raised concerns and they are saying that the sentiments amount to just precipitating chaos, a recipe of chaos, and they call upon the conveners of the BBI process and the head of state, President Uhuru Kenyatta, to intervene and tame those leaders whom they say that the statement they raised were just quite highly inflammable. Also remember that the Deputy President William Ruto had raised issues and just saying that if at all the BBI is aiming at what he terms as dividing Kenyans rather than uniting them, then the march Christ and no one can stop reggae must stop. It will stop. That is according to him. If I could just quote him. Remember that he was in a church in Embu accompanied by some of his allies, and he was saying that yes, the BBI initiative was quite a noble idea at the start, but along the way it has been hijacked. He says it has been hijacked by politicians who are just seeking to just benefit as individuals. But also remember that some members of parliament on Friday during the BBI conference delegates meeting in Masai Mara University, led by the deputy governor of Narok County, Evelyn Arwasa, and the MP for Emurua Dikir, that's Johanna Ngeno, and a host of members of parliament who are from the Kipsigis side. But remember that being a versatile county, they have been elected and hold political positions in that county. They walked out of that meeting because remember that the meeting was being conducted in the Maasai dialect, and so they felt sidelined. They felt that it was open bias. And so moving forward, remember that even yesterday, that is Sunday, the BBI caravan now docked in Garissa County, where issues were raised, but it was not quite as acrimonious as it were in Narok. That is according to the leaders. But also remember that as of yesterday, Sunday, the Narok Senator Ledama Ole Kina had been summoned by the DCI of Narok, but late at night he confirmed that the date had been postponed to an unknown date, and he will be confirming to us as to whether the summon still stands. But remember that also we had the NCIC commissioners, of course, a month ago. They visited the regional commissioner of Rift Valley, George Natembeya, and they were raising issues that there are some areas in Rift Valley. Also remember that Narok being one of the counties Rift Valley, we really don't know if they are now listing them as one of the hotspots for hate mongering. But they say that Rift Valley being quite a versatile county region where we have a lot of more than 10 communities residing in this county, maybe it is being targeted or being listed as one of the counties where a lot of attention has to be put so that we could just stem those politicians who are fond of just hate mongering in this region. But remember that, Brenda, it's a caravan that is still on the road, hitting the road, and so remember that next weekend it will be hitting Mount Kenya region, and Meru County will be hosting them. And remember that, of course, leaders have been disagreeing on many issues. Also remember that the issue of gender equality, when the Member of Parliament for Budalangi, Raphael Wanjala, raised the issue, he said that the issue of gender equality cannot be legislated in a modern society, but that really attracted the wrath of women leaders led by the Kitui governor, Charity Ngilu, and her counterpart from Kirinyaga, Anne Waiguru, who said that that issue must be captured and factored in the BBI final draft. Because remember that after the caravan really hit the road and covers all the regions so that it could just gather the unique issues that need to be addressed, then they will formulate a document that will be presented to the BBI Technical Committee before a question can be put to Kenya.